What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Dr. Drew After Dark, new show through the Your Mom's House Studios. I watched the show, subscribe to Your Mom's House podcast on YouTube, the YouTube channel. There's a couple new shows in addition to Your Mom's House, one of which is Dr. Drew's show, After Dark, which is kind of a flavor of like Loveline mixed with, in the Your Mom's House universe. If your Mom's House universe was its own reality, this would be that reality's version of Loveline in a lot of ways. But it's just Dr. Drew, and each week he has one guest on, which is usually a comedian. This week, most recent episode, it was Leanne Kreischer, so Bert Kreischer's wife was on the podcast, which is interesting. She also does her own podcast. But very similar as far as, getting kind of comedians and people that are on the degenerate side of the scale of life. And Dr. Drew, kind of breaks them down, in a way, has conversations with them, but then also will break down the Your Mom's House clips, which he's done as a guest on Your Mom's House, but will, kind of discuss them. And it's fun. Like, for me, I became a fan of Dr. Drew through Loveline, specifically the radio show. I think I actually watched the show on MTV first, maybe, but my biggest memory from Loveline was the radio show that I would listen to. I think it was every night. I was a projectionist for a couple years out here in the desert, and while being a projectionist at night, usually at the end of the night when I'm waiting for the last run of movies to end so I can clean the projectors and get everything put away for the night, I would listen to Loveline. And it was fun because it was educational. You would hear all these different kind of people calling in with their medical problems and issues. And Dr. Drew, alongside Adam Carolla, would break the people down and break down the situations and kind of try and give them advice. And so this show is kind of like that, but then also, interviews with people, and then also the clips, breaking down the Your Mom's House clips, which I enjoy. I enjoy the show. So far, it's only 18 episodes. The episode with Josh Potter, probably the most fun episode, considering Josh Potter is part of the production crew of the new Your Mom's House studios. He's also been a guest, and he tours with Tom Segura's stand-up comedian. He's going to be going out to spend time with Robert Champagne, I think his name. Robert, maybe? I don't know. The piss on me, beat me guy. He's going to go out to New York and hang out with this guy, and I'm looking forward to that. But Josh Potter himself is a very unique type of a person. He's had, horrible eye problems in his life. He can barely see anything. He wears the thickest glasses that have been ever created through mankind. I believe, lens crafters had to re-engineer their machines to handle a piece of plastic at that thickness that was required for him to get the most menial a bit of light to bend in the right ways for him to perceive reality in some way that's not going to be just a complete darkness, but his mental side is still in the dark, as far as where he goes. But he's also had issues finishing, as it were, while having sex. He can't come with a woman. He has to finish himself off, which would be horrible. Would be a horrible situation. Although I know a lot of people that they have the quote-unquote pull-out method where they're typically finishing, but they're getting up to the point of about to finish, and then instead of coming inside, they pull out, and then they end up finishing every sexual experience masturbating on some level. It's just a much shorter situation than Josh Potter, where he kind of has to finish it. But it was fun to get him on Dr. Drew's show because Dr. Drew, of course, he's like the most like square person you could get, but he's still not, as far as like doctors, his opinion on weed is a little bit more intense than maybe it should be. He kind of has a cautionary fear of it, as he seems to have with even more dangerous drugs. It would seem like. I mean, he's very level with a lot of things, but with weed, for some reason, it's like he's come a long way. Let's put it that way. But anyway. It's fun to see him plugged into this situation of Your Mom's House, and I enjoy it because I do enjoy science. I enjoy, House, the TV show House. I really enjoyed just from, I think I learned a decent amount of just, casual understanding of medicine in a lot of ways. Also, all the different guests like Joe Rogan's had on, all the scientists and doctors that he's had on over the years. Like, things kind of stick. So it's like I appreciate when somebody has that kind of knowledge within them of how science works, and when they're able to kind of shed some light on situations and things that happen with people where most people who are uneducated like myself, when something happens, come up with probably the most ridiculous self-diagnosis that you could think of versus getting a professional opinion on something. But even professionals suck at times, and they're not infallible to being wrong. And science has changed over time. Where, we understand now that sugar is poisonous for people, where not that long ago it wasn't. Cigarettes were used for digestion. A lot of things we've shifted, we've changed, and Dr. Drew's kind of grown with that. As far as celebrity doctors go, it's a fun show to watch. Dr. Drew After Dark. If you're into any of those things, if you're an old Loveline fan, it's here you go. I mean, he's doing actual Loveline, I think, too. Does a bunch of shows. But if you want to get that flavor in the universe of Your Mom's House, Dr. Drew After Dark is the way to do it. I think there's an audio version, but I would subscribe to the video. I don't know. I mean, it's a good quality video. You get to see the clips. You get to see the people that he's talking to and their facial reactions to different things. The Bobby Lee episode was good as well. But yeah, go check out Dr. Drew After Dark on YouTube. Subscribe to Your Mom's House podcast feed on YouTube, or his website, drdrew.com. Links to everything there. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out daily. Subscribe on IGTV and everywhere else podcasts are found. You can binge the full week in advance over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Inspireddisorder.com for all of my original artwork. Go buy some paintings now. Save 10% on any of my work. If you use coupon code INSPIRED when you check out, you'll save 10% on whatever you buy over there. Original artwork by me, at Ray Taylor on all social media. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!